Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Trent. This is Rams Talk coming at you right after the Rams dismantled the New York Giants 38-11, a score which they said on the NFL Red Zone was a score that had never been scored before in the history of the NFL. One team having 38, the other team having 11. That's pretty cool. But speaking of other things, the Rams increased their all-time record against the Giants to 28, 17, and 1. We've won the last three against the Giants. And, to be honest, coming in this game, I mean, all signs were pointing to the Rams just really taking it to the Giants and this not being close. But I felt that based off of the last game the Giants lost and the defensive coordinator calling out their defense, I thought that this game would be closer. And at the end of the first quarter, I was like, ooh, here we go. This is going to be a tight game, kind of like last year at SoFi. But then it just got crazy and it just got real. And I mean, what can you say? I mean, okay, yes, the Giants are, they don't have Kenny Galladay, they don't have Saquon Barkley, they're missing Darius Slayton. So obviously, some of their better offensive players were not playing. But the Rams defense showed up today in a major way. They dropped 28 points. The Rams dropped 28 points in the second quarter. Like, that's nuts. And I saw some people on Twitter talking about how Raheem Morris is terrible, this, that, and the other after the end of the first quarter. But I'm like, the Rams offense wasn't really going. And I kind of feel like that's a theme so far, is that Matthew Stafford takes him a while to kind of get into a rhythm. And sometimes the offense just really isn't going crazy at the beginning. So, I mean, honestly, just a great game. 38-11. What else do you want? 5-1 so far in the season. This is perfect. I think a lot of Rams players, what I take away from this is the defense played great, the offense played well, and they really dictated the game for three quarters. It was a game of turnovers, but I think the Rams got a lot of run from other players on the team that don't usually play, like Dante Dion, not Dion. Like he's like a guy sounds like he's in Waterboy, Dion, and Robert Rochelle had some action there. Special teams, I don't think really were great in this game. There's that weird double penalty when we punted, which negated the pass that Johnny Hecker had. Nick Scott got called for a penalty. There were some ugly penalties early on. One thing I did not like in this game were, the Rams offense just really wasn't in the groove. If it wasn't for the defense really saving the bacon for them, it would have been a different game. I feel the Rams were 2 for 11 on third down, and that's just not going to get it done. So, when McVay was upset at the end of the half, threw the headset down, and it's because, the offense just wasn't clicking. It wasn't gelling. Although I went back and I saw when Cooper Kupp scored that last touchdown down the left sideline, that was a no-look pass from Matthew Stafford. I don't know if you guys saw it in real time, but that was nasty. So, anyways, let me take a look and see who's here. Yeah, we got Mike Jackson. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good, number one, because this was like an early game, so I'm still like feeling awake. But also the Rams. I mean, that aside from the first quarter, that was a solid win, and the Rams defense really came up big. Yeah, a fifth TD for Stafford would have been great, but at the end of the last quarter was just like, oh God, how do we just wind this thing down? The defense played well. This was Taylor Rapp. It's interesting. There was a lot of players. What's up, What's up, Renee? And sorry, what's up, Rams House? Everyone, check out Rams House for other Rams content. Great creator out there. Curtis Gregory, what's up? The no look pass. That's what that's what I just mentioned. That was not just a little mini no look pass. I mean, that was a pretty significant no look pass. When you see that highlight again, you'll see exactly what's going on, and that was just a thing of beauty. But that's a Matthew Stafford special. I feel like he's doing that every other week. What's up, Anderson? How you doing? Good to see you in here. I hope all is good. I'm sure all of you are doing well. If you're watching this on the replay and you're a Rams fan, let me know who your standout was today. Let me know if you're still hating Raheem Morris. It's just so funny. It's so funny how people are. People hated Taylor Rapp. They hated Raheem Morris. and Taylor Rapp played very well today. I mean, the 2 interceptions, I mean, those were solid picks. You know, he's in on a bunch of tackles, and so he's a guy that's not supposed to be a coverage guy, but he still did well in coverage and dropping back in some of those open zones and open soft spots. He filled those voids, and I think, you know, all the talk about Daniel Jones coming in this game is this is the year he's better. He look at only 4 touchdowns, or 4 touchdowns to 1 interception or whatever, and you're like, okay, through like 4 or 5 games, that's terrible. Actually, it's pretty bad. I mean, granted, he's missing a lot of weapons, but I mean, the Rams defense, you know, the first quarter, the Rams were playing soft, but I mean, that's also I kind of feel like, you know, that's Robert Rochelle, Dante Dion. Sorry, these guys are getting their feet wet. You know, they're really getting used to playing meaningful snaps in an NFL regular season game on the road. So, you know, things might start out a little slow, a little bumpy, but you know, I think the Rams really rallied, and yeah, it was just a complete game. What's up, Masanori? Good day for the Rams, indeed. 5-1. I don't think there were any significant injuries for the Rams in this game. It was great seeing Terrell Lewis show out. Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey had great games as well. Kenny Young was all over the place, especially at the end. Yeah, I mean, Jordan Fuller led the game, or led the team in tackles. So Jordan Fuller was also all over the place today. Jordan Fuller today played kind of like how John Johnson had played in the past for the Rams. Right now, I'm just watching Carolina go for 2 against the Vikings. Now, this is a crazy NFC matchup. Ooh, and they get it. So it is 28 all with 42 seconds to go. That'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But yeah, just breaking it down, I'm going to look at some of the games or teams stats here. So I mean, they pretty much had the same amount of first downs, 22-21 Rams with the advantage. But like I said, the Rams 2 for 11 on third down, and the Giants are 4 for 15. So both teams not great, but I mean, you know, the Rams need to be at least at 50% on third down percent complete or conversions, and I think that's really will help this offense click and hum. They had fewer plays than the Giants by 7. But they had about 300 more or 100 more yards, 365 total yards. Same or 1 more drive than the Giants did, and 5.5 yards per play compared to 3.6 for the Giants. Now, Matthew Stafford threw for 234, wait, hold on, that could be aggregate because of John Wolford. But yeah, he threw for 251, 4 touchdowns and an interception. However, that interception was the garbage time one at the end of the first half. I'm just glad that they didn't return it for a touchdown, but I don't really, you know, that really didn't have any bearing on the game. Ooh, Baker Mayfield just getting sacked, and was that a turnover on downs? My goodness, Arizona taking it to the Browns right now. But yeah, he had a passer rating of 128.7 compared to Daniel Jones' quarterback rating of 44.7, 242 yards with 3 interceptions. That's just not going to get it done. You know, I think that, yeah, of course, I'm going to nitpick with a couple things. Obviously, you know, there are definitely going to be details within the game. You look at it as a whole. I mean, when you win by 27 points, you got to be happy with that. And the game was just really out of reach midway through the second quarter. The game was over. But if I'm going to nitpick on the offensive side of the ball, I felt that Cooper Kupp was one of the. He was just like the favorite guy and being leaned on a little too much. I mean, it's hard to argue with 130 yards. With that one play that Matthew Stafford threw, where Cooper Kupp was running down across the field, and he kind of caught it underhand in a way. That was a really nice catch. I mean, Cooper Kupp's hands are just immaculate, and 130 yards on 9 receptions, 12 targets, 2 TDs. I mean, he's just cementing himself as a top 5 wide receiver. Tyler Higbee had a bunch of catches, but Robert Woods only had 2, but 1 for that touchdown. Darrell Henderson had 2, and that was a beautiful ball to Darrell Henderson. I like to see that more to Hendo because he has great hands. He's great receiving out of the backfield. Van Jefferson 3 for 19. It seemed like in the second half they were getting Van Jefferson going a little bit more. And that drive to open the second half, what was it, like a 9-minute drive? I mean, that was just a backbreaker. That was just a nail in the coffin, and that was just beautiful to see. So Deshaun Jackson with 1 reception. So I mean, granted, one, two, three, four, five, six people caught, different people caught, players caught a ball, but Cooper Cup had as many receptions as Higbee, Woods, and Hendo, or you can basically say Higbee, Woods, and Van Jefferson combined. And I just spread the love. That's all I'm saying. Spread the love. So yeah, on the offensive side of the ball, I mean, they played really well. They made plays that counted, but it didn't seem like they were really just a well-oiled machine. I like how they ran the ball, obviously, and they started the second half running the ball a lot. But I think that if we're going to talk about Daryl Henderson's effectiveness, 21 for 78 with a 3.7 average, but some of those were just when they knew the Rams were running the ball. I thought he was really getting some nice chunk runs there in the middle of the game. Sony Michel 9 for 42. So the Rams and Matt Stafford 2 for 12. So overall, the Rams ran for 131 yards, and I think you take it. That's a great balance. 34 rushing attempts for the Rams compared to 30 passing attempts. So I'm a big proponent of the Rams having more balance in terms of offense, and that's what they had today. And at the beginning of the game, I think they kind of kept that balance going. So that was really nice. Ooh, David Carr, Henry Ruggs, man. I mean, for the Denver Bronco secondary, that's supposed to be great. And here's another thing I just want to touch on real quick. A lot of people not feeling Raheem Morris, and I mean I can understand it, right? But Matt Brandon Staley, his defense in San Diego or in LA just got rocked today by the Ravens, right? So I mean, it's like I don't know what people think when especially the Rams essentially held the Giants to 3 points the majority of that game. And I mean, I know at the beginning of the first half it was people kind of railing on the defense, but I mean, 3 points. I don't know what people are going to say now, what their excuse is going to be, with this after this game. Well, this bend don't break or this or that. But at the end of the day, it's like, I mean, I know there's always things you can clean up, but the Rams defense is playing better this year than the Chargers defense. And Brandon Staley is the coach of the Chargers, and I'm sure he's really handling a lot of those duties on defense. But everyone wants Brandon Staley back, and I would prefer Brandon Staley, to be honest with you, than Raheem Morris, just because I think what he brings, just overall, his IQ. But I mean, let's just be real. When the Rams had some tough times, they played Arizona, they played Tampa Bay, they played Seattle, they played good offenses, right? Today they played an offense that wasn't firing on all cylinders, and they shut them down. Not only did they shut the offense down, they shut them down via turnovers. They created a lot of these turnovers. And so, I mean, Obo was getting after that. Terrell Lewis was getting after that. It was great to see Terrell Lewis in there making an impact. So, the tip of the cap right here, tip of the cap to the Rams defense. And, there's just an all around team effort. So let's get to some comments here and see what's going on. What's up, Patrick Ambrose? Great game. And we know what we can do. We didn't look them over like the Cardinals. Defensive special teams played lights out. Yeah, defense did play well. And I'm glad that's a good point. I think after the Seattle game, after kind of 10 days off, heading into a 3-week stretch against teams that are subpar, to be honest with you, it's Minnesota. Oh no, that was a old highlight. I thought that was just now. Oh, come on, what are you doing? But this is a kick here, 47-yarder to win the game. But the Rams special teams really, or the Rams defense really stepped up, and the Rams in general did not look past the Giants. This could have been a letdown game, but it wasn't. And the Rams still have two kind of easy games, easy weeks left to go. I mean, they play the Lions next week at home, and then they go on the road, I think, to play the Texans. So here we go, 47-yarder for the Vikings. And wow, that's tough. That's tough. Man, field goal kickers this year, crazy. Give a little time for the defense to mesh. Exactly. Thank you, RV Hopper. I think it's, give a lot of time or little time for both sides of the ball to mesh, the offense and the defense. I mean, look at Tampa Bay last year. It wasn't until after the Rams played Tampa Bay last year that that offense actually started clicking. So, I mean, it takes some time. You know, Raheem Morris, you're in the middle of the ride. Everything is going to be just fine. Just fine. Same with Matthew Stafford. They're still working out a lot of things, and it'll take some time to settle in. Great win. Did what we were supposed to do? Exactly. The Rams went in. They did a road game on the East Coast, played a team that was hurting, but still has. I mean, the defense was not hurting, so to speak. Like they lost Blake Martinez, which is tough at the beginning of the year, but they still on the defensive side of the ball, they still have some playmakers. Jabril Peppers was back, so you know the Rams put up 38 points. I mean, at the same time, their defense, it's hard to stop the Rams when the Rams keep forcing turnovers and have the ball in Giants territory. Oh, wow, skipped ahead. Whoa, 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 whoa. Here we go. I always knew Henderson was going to be a beast. Johnny be good. Yeah. That's Hendo just showing what he can do. And I really like that split between Hendo and Sony Michelle rushing. So let me go back to the box score here and see exactly what that split was. But yeah, Hendo, 21 carries. That probably has to be a career high in one game. I'm just assuming. And Michelle, 9 carries. So that's a good split. It's kind of like maybe a little more of a difference between last week and this week, but still, I'm just encouraged to see basically 30 rushing attempts from the running backs. If they can do that every week, that means the Rams are in a good place, and Sean McVay is feeling comfortable. So, yeah, Hendo is a beast. I love him. What's up, Dr. L30? Good to see you. Christian Robles, imagine Cam Akers was healthy. Oh, man. Well, Cam Akers, it's a butterfly effect, right? If Cam Akers was healthy, then there would be no Sony Michelle. But still, oh gosh, I do wonder that oftentimes if he was healthy. And then just speaking of health, Darius Williams is out in this game, and the Rams, I think this is a valuable 3-game stretch where the Rams can get Rochelle and Dion and some Terrell Burgess in the secondary and get these guys some reps, some meaningful reps, some experience. This always pays off, right? Someone goes down later in the season, or you want to have different personnel packages where you're using Rochelle or Burgess or Dion, and it just with having some seasoning in there, some McCormick seasoning, that just pays off dividends in the long run. So yeah, some of our practice players played good tight coverage. Yeah, Masanori, I think that was really nice to see, and just not just that. Ernest Jones had 5 tackles, Dion 4 tackles, Rochelle 5 tackles, Skoronek 2 tackles, but I think those are probably on special teams. Yeah, Greg Gaines, Juju Hughes was in there. That's another guy. Sometimes you got to see this in the box score to really, Burgess had a tackle. Traven Howard was in there. It was probably special teams. Jonah Williams. So, there were some guys in there getting some meaningful action, and Obo. And that was pretty interesting to hear the announcer kind of have a tough time with Obo's name. But, Obo, and you get that rotation of Obo and Terrell Lewis opposite Leonard Floyd. And that's a great mix. That is a really nice mix. And, just wait till we get Justin Hollins back later in the year. Darius Williams will be back healthy. And I'm really liking, and this is a perfect 3 games for Darius Williams to be missing with this soft spot in the schedule. That was an awesome no look. Hell, yes, it was. That was an epic no look. AMS, what's up, Bill? Good to see you too. Everyone, AMS, Bill, long time, not first time, but good to see you too, Bill. I'm sure you enjoyed the game as much as I did. We can't ask for much more. Let's go Rams. Yeah, I agree with Henderson was a beast. Let's give him more. Let's give him some more props. Yeah, Patrick. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Hendo, and I think it's always been for him. It's always been a matter of staying healthy. He was knocked out of a game and missed a game, but having that 10 days off between Seattle and now, I think he's back and feeling good and feeling robust. But he's a little fire hydrant, when he came out of Memphis, I thought he was just kind of like one of these small, shifty, speedy guys. but he is, and you can now when you see him run, you always see that outside zone. He starts outside, cutbacks inside. So, um, yeah, Hendo is great, and I always feel confident with Hendo back there. Taylor Rapp had a good game. Taylor Rapp, Youssef, good point. He had a great game, and it's nice to see. He was a second round pick. He was like our dude a couple years ago. Missed most of last year, lost season. He's probably finding his rhythm in this defense now, and he's meshing a little bit in that defense. So I'm happy to see Taylor Rapp have a really nice game. Now, Taylor Rapp also, in addition to those 2 interceptions, he had 5 tackles, 3 pass defense. He had a quarterback hit. He's always in on tackles, it seems. So good to see Taylor Rapp. Maybe this is a catalyst for the rest of this year, especially the short term, where he can really build on this game. And, imagine if Taylor Rapp is playing kind of how we've all felt Taylor Rapp could be and play like that. That will only, the Rams defense, I think, can only get better and better, and playing the Lions next week and the Texans after that. I just hope for no injuries and that they really, kind of take it to the next level. Masanoid, that no look pass. If you guys haven't seen it, go look it out. It's on the ESPN app. It's like one of those first videos on the Rams page when you look at the score. But I mean, it's like it's not like where he's kind of looking and does it. It's like he's just looking over here and just it is a legit. It's like Magic Johnson style no look pass. Here we go. Broncos and Teddy Bridgewater to, is that Cortland Sutton? No, Tim Patrick. All right. Kyle Coraluzzo. What's up, Kyle? Yeah, good to see you. Hendo looked great. Yeah, I mean, it's just this is a great thing. The Rams drafted Hendo in the 3rd round and then Cam Akers in the 2nd round. And a lot of people were like, why did you get another running back when you got one in the 3rd round the year before? And it's because of this. Hendo's a good player in this offense, and he's excelling. I mean, how many touchdowns does he have so far this year? 5 or so? Maybe 6? I can't remember. No, probably 5, I think. Cardinal score, that sucks. Yeah, I saw that. But I don't know. I mean, it's just Cardinals are a machine right now. But I think what someone said about what they noticed with how the 49ers played the Cardinals last week is that they told their defensive ends to basically just get up the field on him and create a wall that Kyler Murray cannot set the edge and build a wall that Kyler Murray cannot scramble to the sides. If he was going to scramble, have him go up the middle, but he never scrambles down the middle. He always scrambles out to the sides. And when they contain him like that, that's why it was set, even though the 49ers lost 17-10, it really kind of gave Kyler Murray some fits. So maybe that's something to look at as seeing this game, see how he scrambles. Rapp played to his potential. Exactly, Patrick. That's all we need from him, right? Ernesto, what's up, Ernesto? Love that. How incredible did we play? This is amazing. This is the real Rams team. They can do this to anybody. Well, I mean, the Rams, they took it to the Bucks, right? A real legit team, and now they've taken it to. Oh, here comes Kyler Murray again. Scrambled out to the outside. Ooh, there's a flag on the play. He's sitting in his little Zen stance, and let's just hope for a holding. But yeah, it's first down. As a penalty, great. Yeah, but I mean, I think the Rams, if they can get through the next 2 games with wins, they should. They'll be 7-1 playing against the Titans, I think, in Tennessee. And so that to me is going to be their next big match. If they win that, then I think it's San Francisco. So, I just really have my sights set on the Titans right now, but I think the Rams are on their way to playing really well. I got to catch up on these. So, yeah. A lot of people commenting. So it's good to see everyone in here in the thread. Yeah, and like I said, if you're watching this on replay, let me know what you think of this game, who stepped up, your general thoughts and everything. But I feel like, let's see, does this give a red zone? See if there are any red zone stats in here. Yeah, red zone. The Rams were 4 for 5 in the red zone. That's great. So they were closing. They were converting. They've always had issues with that. McVay went for on 4th down twice, I believe, 2 for 2, and one of those was vital, and that was a touchdown that he threw to Cooper Kupp, the first one, and the second one was, I think, over the middle of the field, and, so it's just for me, it's really nice to see Sean McVay being taking these chances on 4th down, and, they're not so much chances, I think that the odds are more in the Rams' favor or a team's favor getting, like, 1 yard or 2 yards, so yeah, I think McVay kind of grew a pair in this game, which is awesome to see. The 4th down with Cup, I was thinking field goal. Exactly. No, that was you know, that was I was thinking he was gonna do a field goal too, but they went for it. Did Titans just win the game? Or no, sorry, did the Vikings just win the game? Yeah, the dude just caught the caught the game-winning touchdown and threw his helmet off. KJ Osborne. Wow. All right. So Vikings now are 3-3. So are the Panthers. In terms of the NFC, that all this matters. You might look at the Vikings Panthers game as an oh well, but I mean these are teams that are going to be jockeying for a playoff berth, and the Rams could they could play the Rams. One of these teams could play the Rams in the first round. So always interested to check this out. We started most of our drives on their side of the ball. We should have beaten them by 50. I agree, Blake. I think that's why McVay was a little upset. And, I mentioned this before, third down conversions were terrible, 2 for 11. You just can't have that. I think, if it was 4 for 11, the game would have been decidedly different, even, like the Rams would have scored in the 40s. But, that's something that they really need to work on, are those third down conversions. Cause I want to say, even against the Seahawks, they weren't great on that. Our defense looked elite, but I don't know if we are that good or if the Giants are that bad. Well, I think, Ernesto, that the Giants really are that bad, especially without Saquon Barkley and Kenny Golladay. I mean, if those two guys are healthy, so that basically, if you have Saquon Barkley in there, you really have to respect the run. If you have, oh gosh, really, did the Cleveland just turn it over? And if Kenny Golladay is there, then that changes the whole coverage with who's Ramsey covering, and Tony went out. That's something I didn't mention before, but when Kadarius Tony was in the game, he was kind of having his way in the soft spots, and that was kind of his MO coming into the game, is that he's really great at finding the soft spots in the defense, and he was. I mean, he was on a tear, and too bad he sprained his ankle. I mean, I will say too bad he sprained his ankle. I don't want to see a player go out, you know, and the game probably would have been a little bit of a different story had he not gone out. Um, let's see. Rap played good. He followed the QB's eyes, made good decisions. Totally, totally. And hopefully he's learning and just feeling more comfortable and reacting more than thinking. R- I think Taylor Rapp must have gotten the game ball. What's up, Ground Scarecrow? I don't know. I have yet to see the post game Sean McVay handing out the balls. McVay isn't happy. Yeah, McVay. He's. I think that's the thing. 38-11. This is, and if you're a Giants fan and you're watching this video, if you stayed through 28 minutes, and you're a Rams fan, you won 38-11. Why are you complaining about anything? And I think it's really when you know the capability of the Rams team, when you get 4 turnovers and you score 38 points, which is a lot. Let's just call it what it is. The Rams with 4 turnovers should have scored more points, and it's those third down conversions that McVay is really pissed off about. What's up, King Easy? Great team win. Defense was fire. I agree. Defense was fire. I just don't, all these Raheem Morris haters. It's just, come on, like the Rams give up a touchdown or a field goal, and everyone's freaking out, and it's just like, it's football. You know, Things change. People aren't the same. Also, can you imagine last year if with Brandon Staley, if Darius Williams and Troy Hill were both injured? Because Rochelle went out for a little bit there. You were at the Rams game. It was a lot of Rams fans there. Ooh, LA Rams take was in New York. Awesome. Yeah, I have a feeling that LA transplants in New York, there seem to be, I'm sure, a lot. So, and Giants fans. I mean, that just got to be brutal. The Giants have just been a terrible team. DeAndre Hopkins scored a touchdown. Cardinals putting the league on notice, right? I mean, they're kicking butt right now. Let's see if how long the Cardinals will last. Let's see. Good game by Rams, but what was Wolford thinking? Wolford hasn't played in a long time. So thanks, S-Pack. I just think, Wolford is, he just needs to get some action in there. It's tough to just not play for a while and get in there. That was a great game. Rams thumbs up. Yeah. Peter 8 Luigi. Yeah, that was a great game. On some plays, secondary played loose, but the practice players played tighter. They're trying to show their coaches they can play. That's an interesting take. I mean, this is what the bend don't break whole philosophy is, that we're going to force a team, or the Rams want to force a team to play 14 plays in a row that are all successful. And they believe that the odds are in the defense's favor of not letting that happen, of having the other team screw up a couple times before succeeding. So that's still what Brandon Staley does. McVay isn't happy with the offense. No, I don't think he is, Mike. I think he just knows that it could be better, right? And which is tough to say when you see 38 points, right? And none of those points were scored by the defense. Those were all touchdowns by the Rams. 28, 38, yeah. And a field goal by Matt Gay. I have Stafford and Cooper Kupp in 2 leagues. I've got Matt Gay and I've got Rams defense. It was just a nice all-around fantasy day and reality day. A to the Jizza 70. What did I miss? It was hard to listen while working. Okay, so here's the recap. Rams were shut out of the first quarter. The Giants scored a field goal. Kadarius Toney was playing well. He got injured. And then there was, I can't remember if it was a Taylor Rapp interception first or a Oboe strip sack. But there was basically a bunch of turnovers by the Giants. The Rams scored 28 points in the second quarter. And then they start the second half. They get the ball. They have a 9-minute drive, score a touchdown, and pretty much put the game away. It was like 38-3, and the Rams were just trying to run out the clock. And then the Giants scored a touchdown in garbage time. So the Rams pretty much had their way with the Giants today. McVay 41-0 when leading at halftime. Belichick has the record of 42-0. Here it comes. If the Rams beat the Lions and the Rams beat the Texans, boom, that's 43-0. But let's not jinx it so much. Let's see. RJWSR 314. These next few weeks, defense get ready. Backups came in and did nice. Yeah. And that's the thing, you want the Rams still got to go out there and play. They're playing Jared Goff next week. And Jared Goff, it's tough. It's tough for him. And I feel bad for the kid. And I say kid because I'm definitely older than Jared Goff, but 34-11. They got spanked by the Bengals today. When you get spanked by the Bengals, that's not lose to the Bengals, but get spanked by the Bengals. That's pretty tough. Jared Goff, 202 yards, no touchdowns, and interception. Let's see. Did he have a fumble? No, he didn't. Wow. But he still had an interception. Yeah, that's just average yard per pass, 4.8. So that's a Jared Goff special right there. How many times will we sack Goff next week? Ooh. I think that we're looking at 3. I think we're looking at 3 sacks, but I think he gets the ball out quick. He doesn't throw downfield, so he just gets the ball out real quick. But I don't know if we'll sack him more than we'll get behind him and strip the ball out of his hand or knock the ball out of his hand, or he'll just drop the ball or something like that. So I think it'll be more of a fumble situation for him. Let's see. I think Burgess may be secretly hurt and the Rams are just hiding it. Well, he played today. He had 1 tackle, but I didn't see anything else coming from him. So it'd be interesting. I'll probably watch the All 22 this week and just kind of see all the players that came in, because it was kind of a mad dash with some new guys in there. Y'all had to see that juke by Henderson in person. Yeah, he had some nice plays. Yeah, but LA Rams take. Did you see the no look to Cooper? Man, My wife's Nando. Nando's wife's boyfriend is a Giants fan, and he sucks. All right, Nando, just calling him out. I mean, is he really like a jerk, or are you just like having fun? Like he sucks because of the Giants. Um, Darius Gordon says, "Good win. Good to see Bobby Trees getting more touches." Yeah, I think he had like 2 or 3 receptions, but that touchdown was nice. I'm sure he'll take that TD. Um, by the way, I think that's in here is a subscriber. But if you're not a subscriber to Rams Talk, please subscribe because we're talking Rams. I'm here for you. Also, if you could hit the thumbs up right now, send this uh, algorithm out to the universe. I'd really appreciate that. It looks like Baker Mayfield, boom, he gets sacked, ball comes loose, and the Cardinals get it. Man, the Cardinals are just owning the Browns. Like the Browns don't even know what's happening right now. What in the world with the Cardinals? I'll tell you this. I am excited for the Rams to play the Cardinals again. I think the Cardinals are going to get a little comeuppance when they play the Rams later this season. But the Rams do need to beat the 49ers first. Dodgers won. Dodgers beat the Giants. So I'm happy about that. Dodgers beat the Giants. Rams beat the Giants. Everyone's beating the Giants in LA these days. Outside contain. Tony Tiger. Yeah, outside contain. That's what it is. They got to outside contain with Kyler. I mean, Daniel Jones. I thought Daniel Jones would be more of a threat on his feet, but he really did not scramble today. Maybe he just didn't want to get his brain scrambled again. The Rams, easy 7-1. Yeah, I agree. Rams will be 7-1. Jar, BMX. Some players will get good playing time. That's right. When the Cards, Mike Jackson says, when the Cards lose one game, Kyler will go into a deep depression. Yeah, I keep waiting for that, but I don't know if he grew up. I think he just seems like he's got it now. Like he's really just in charge, which is like the sign of really the maturity of a young quarterback. But hey, 3rd and 15, and now it's 4th and 15. Okay, no problem. All good. Next few weeks will be good for team chemistry. Yeah, Darius, I totally agree. I think it's some guys stepping in. Rochelle, I mean, if Rochelle can really settle in and settle down and you know be effective in the next 2 weeks, that's just great because he's most likely. I mean, who knows if the Rams resign Darius Williams after this year? So you're looking at Rochelle being and Jalen Ramsey being the top 2 guys. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like re-signing Darius Williams has got to be a priority, especially with all the dead money coming off the cap, with the cap, going up significantly because this is the year after the COVID year. Hey Patrick, thanks for saying that. Are you saying that D Hendo is a firecracker? He is a firecracker. I love that guy. And it's just the Rams are deep. They have a really good roster. And thank you, La Ramilia. I do LA Ramilia, La Ramilia. I do appreciate that. He says, do good teams beat average teams, but great teams destroy average teams. Is that what I'm saying? Well, I think, yeah. I mean, this is the Rams. The Rams are a team that, like, back when the Rams were crappy, and they played a team like this Rams team would like just annihilate them. The Rams would have like a few sneaky wins every year, but like, Rams just put a team out of their misery. The Titans game is in LA. Oh, it's in LA. Yeah. And they're playing with the throwbacks in that game. So like the Super Bowl style. AMC to the moon. Yeah. Guys, hit the like button. Give Trent some. Thanks, Masanori. I appreciate that. I appreciate all you guys in here and gals, if there's a gal in here. What about Wolford at the end? Yeah. I mean, it's good to see Wolford get some action, to be honest, kind of like, any player, it's nice to get some reps throughout the season because you never know when Wolford might need to come in. So that's really great to see. Hey, Payo time is here. And Rams House TV is here. What's good, Ramley? Horns up. Big win. Still stoked. Hey, everyone here, if you haven't subscribed to Payo Time or Rams House TV or just Rams House, check them out. They're all good peeps. They all have a little different flavor to them. So, it's like 31 flavors. They don't have just one flavor. They got 31. So you can just pick. So check out those guys, subscribe to those channels. Really appreciate what they do for the Rams community. What's up, Willie Bowen? Rams are the giant killers. They are. They've won their last 3 all-time record. They have 11 wins, 11 more wins than the Giants. So love that Rap got those picks. Me too. I'm happy for him. I think that's really great confidence for him moving forward because, he had some injury problems last year. So rather have Goff over Stafford. Master Chaos, are you joking? Goff 0-13 without McVay. I can't tell if that's sarcasm. McVay will be 60-plus winning at halftime. He'll hold the record, and it won't be close. Oh, Martin Miles with bold prediction. Hellsayer says, F McVay for giving up on Goff. I don't know if you're a serious Hellsayer or Master Chaos. I don't know because, really? I don't. To me, it's just not even a question there. Rochelle doesn't seem too good. Well, I think he's what, a 4th round pick out of a D2 school who probably no one had on their radar, playing against, last week he played against Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf. This week, not really good receivers, but he's a guy that just needs reps. He's a very raw. He's seen more as a project. So you keep that in mind, and I think I think we'll see some good things out of Rochelle. I actually like him. The Cards look better without Cliff Kingsbury. I hope he heals well. Yeah, that's a funny point. Did the Cards win? They're winning. All right, I'm watching Red Zone right now, and it's not on, but they were winning 14-0. I don't know if they kicked a field goal. It could be 17-0, but they're really taking it to the Browns right now. Hey, what's up, Willie Bowen? Everyone say hi to Willie Bowen. Game in progress. Yeah, I didn't watch a second of this game, and I'm glad it didn't finally a Rams blowout. Yeah, Husenbergy. Just watch the second quarter. That's really the second quarter and the first drive of the third quarter. That's all you need to see from this Rams game. What's up, Keith Jenkerson? What's up, Rams all day? That's what I say. Gerald St. Augustine, Rams house. Yeah, that's right. Whose house? Matt Salvatore. We beat them like Ray Rice in an elevator. Whoa, hey, come on. That's tough. We could easily put up 50 plus if we didn't take starters out at 12 minutes left in the game. Yeah. It's MetLife, SoFi East. Yeah, you're telling me the Rams play very well there. Dante Dion earned his spot on the defense for sure. And that, that's good to see because, Dante Dion, it's like, I bet you if the Rams had drafted Dante Dion when they draft in the same round instead of David Long Jr., Dante Dion would have been playing. He would have been on an active roster. That's the thing that a lot of undrafted free agents face is that when an organization drafts a player in the first 3 or 4 rounds, you can be better than that player, but they're going to be a little reticent to give an undrafted free agent a shot compared to their draft pick. They don't want to admit that they were wrong. And that's a sad thing. Oh, man, Baker Mayfield just melting down. Interception, almost a pick 6 by Arizona. Oh, was that Buda Baker who caught it? But, they don't want to prove that they're wrong. Or just, and David Long Jr., the fact that I don't think he got on the field today, Robert Rochelle went out for a little bit. The fact that Burgess in there and Dante Dion and Robert Rochelle, they had an undrafted free agent and they had a rookie out there instead of David Long Jr. I think David Long Jr. is in the doghouse. He is in the doghouse. I don't know if he's getting out. He might have come in to spell at a little bit there at the end, but I mean, that's just tough times. I don't David Long probably not going to be on the roster next year. I think he's a free agent, and that's tough to see. And I root for David Long Jr. I thought he would be better coming out of college. Like he had some insane college stats, but anyways, I'm gonna be wrapping it up here in just a minute, folks. But what's up, Gio Camacho? Um, Paleo time, Gio Camacho. What's up? Hey, what's up, Gio? How you feeling? I'm sure everyone's feeling good, and I'm feeling good. I'm gonna sleep good tonight. So, anyways, yeah, tell me if there's anything else on your mind. Leave it in the comments below. Thank you for everyone who joined in on the live stream. Always good to see everyone after the game and feel those good Ram victory vibes. But let's just hope that everyone is icing up, taking care of their bodies, getting ready for a home game next week against the Lions. Anyone going to that game, let me know. And like I said, thanks for watching, everyone. And as always, go Rams.